A massive mutant creature with terrifying speed and strength attacks, but the protagonist manages to slay it in a brutal clash.
比速度还要高出几个数值，这家伙真的变异了。
Like and subscribe if you enjoy this. Now let's begin. The story begins with a moment of peace that is quickly shattered. A man wakes up only to find a monstrous presence looming nearby. He recognizes the creature as a mutant he once encountered. It has grown to over 8 feet tall, its mutation accelerated by the mysterious thick fog.
才逃跑不到2天，停留在浓雾里，加快了变异的速度。
Warning his companion to stay back, he decides to face the beast alone, preparing for a fight against an enemy far stronger than any normal human. After the kill, he discovers the creature was wounded, making it an easier target. Suddenly, a system alert triggers, detecting an analyzable substance.
丁，检测到少量可解析未注明物质。
He absorbs the substance and names it medium, a mysterious catalyst that alters the essence of biological life, creating diverse and dangerous mutations.
未知物质改变生物本质，对人类，对动物，有着复杂的多样。
By compiling this medium, he realizes he can strengthen his own physical attributes. However, one kill only grants a tiny fraction of a % of progress.
执行。
丁，定向编译完成，解析。
He calculates that he needs to kill 10,000 mutants to reach full power. He accepts the long journey ahead, knowing hope is the only thing that matters.
也该处理躲藏的小老鼠了。有些东西你需要尽早适应，以后。
He warns his companion that the world is becoming chaotic. He stresses that they must be ruthless with other survivors to ensure their own survival.
直接的利益冲突，到时候绝对不能心软，能先下手就先下手。
Nearby, a group of survivors led by Boss Liang and Su reunite. They are exhausted and desperate, trying to find a way out of the frozen wasteland. They spot a clear path on the highway created by a truck crash. They decide to drive backward toward the Yangqing refugee base.
掉个头，我们就能沿着高速逆行，往阳城方向的避难基地走。
那我来撬锁，你们来开门。
With Su's strength, they break open a locked door to seek shelter from the lethal cold, barely escaping the freezing temperatures.
锁头被砸开了，不愧是。
One of the men confesses a dark deed, admitting he and his crew brutally tortured an old man to death as revenge for a ruined shop.
我跟小伙几个昨天没有回服务区，是不想回。徐哥，你应该知道我快餐店被人。
The killing happened near the service area. The protagonist wonders if the old man's corpse was devoured by the white insects haunting the area.
我昨晚遇到白色虫子的位置不止100米。
The group discusses their plan to reach the base in a 7-seater van, inviting Su and his partner to join their journey.
我们昨晚就在车上过夜的。徐哥，大嫂，你们要不要一起去避难基地？
A man named Wen arrives. He is a skilled locksmith and a ruthless leader who is currently targeting the food supplies on a nearby cargo truck.
有人想抢货车的食物。
Wen's followers praise his bravery for escaping a black monster, while mocking another man who was paralyzed by fear during the encounter.
都能逃出来，服不服气？必须服气。我昨晚被那怪物。
It is revealed that Wen actually killed his own companion, claiming the man was beginning to mutate into a zombie.
血中算是被文革抹脖子了。
我操！
Wen displays his sadistic side, promising his loyal men that they can kidnap and claim any women they find at the new settlement.
不敢说，女人肯定要多少有多少。到新的聚集地，看上哪个女。
Wen rewards a strong follower named Ajay with a new title, cementing his position as the alpha of this cruel group.
不，文哥说笑了，我就是在健身房练的死肌肉，以后还得仰仗文哥呢。
Wen plans to intercept another group attempting to steal the truck supplies, eager to eliminate the competition and seize everything.
物资不能让他得手。大家走快点，如果堵住他们，到时候大家不用排队，一起玩。
Suddenly, a man appears on top of the truck in -20-degree weather. The survivors think he is insane for braving the cold.
零下20多度的气温，这疯子。
The intruder is the locksmith. He mocks Wen and demands the food, sparking an immediate and violent confrontation.
我还以为是谁敢打货车物资的主意呢，原来是
The protagonist intervenes. He steps forward with an overwhelming presence that makes the thugs tremble in fear.
这个出生交给我。
The locksmith tries to negotiate, offering to share the food, but the protagonist refuses any mercy for these criminals.
你们肯定拿不完，你们先拿，随便拿，我们捡剩下的，大家和气生财，怎么？
In a swift and brutal attack, the protagonist breaks the locksmith's hands, punishing him for his greed and cruelty.
你的小弟似乎自顾不暇。
The remaining thugs are quickly dispatched. One of them tries to brag about his fight, but is quickly shut down by his peers.
爽！你们是不知道，刚才我一记凌空飞踢就把比我
The survivors are in awe of the protagonist's efficiency. They treat him with utmost respect, fearing and admiring his power.
这个人不太会说话，就提前祝徐哥大嫂早生贵子吧。不会说话就别说话，这种时期能生小孩。
They begin scavenging the truck for essentials, collecting clothes, and even a soy milk maker, preparing for the trek to Mile Town.
咱哪需要休息？
我们不缺食物。
They find boxes of new phones and barbecue grills. The abundance of gifts suggests many people were traveling home for the new year when the disaster hit.
子女准备的新年礼物吧。
这一箱是烧烤架哎，还有5公斤的碳。
带走，带走。
The followers notice how calm the protagonist remains, contrasting their own desperation. This is the divide between the weak and the strong.
哥跟大嫂像是在度假一样，还有说有笑的。
这就叫差距。果然，
Though the food supply is smaller than expected, the protagonist ensures everyone gets their fair share, prioritizing staples like rice and noodles.
不放一个篮子里，他肯定偷偷把一部分食物存在其他。
The group begs him to lead them to the refugee base. However, he declines, preferring the solitude of the suburbs to hunt monsters in secret.
场面话我不说了，我们准备开车去羊城避难基地，不知道徐哥愿不愿意一起？如果
He deliberately leaves some meat cans behind for any other survivors, showing a rare spark of humanity in a dying world.
就算了，不用带，功能重复的没必要带太多。
He hitches a ride with the group for a short distance, as they begin to move through the eerie, silent landscape.
没问题，徐哥想做多久就做多久。
The protagonist notes that the silence is a warning. Like animals marking territory, the silence suggests a massive predator owns this area.
这说明这片区域已经是某只恐怖怪物的领地。
妈的，该不会藏着一只大的吧？
He exits the vehicle in the deep snow.
要不要掉个头？
The others wonder if he can survive alone in such a hostile environment.
反正也是去避难基地，不兜圈子了。
才哥，我觉得要不咱们还是跟上徐哥吧。
As he walks into the fog, he reflects on the choices people make. He hopes the others reach the base, but knows everyone must pay for their sins.
每个人都要为自己的选择买。
The fog is not a simple mist, it is a visual trap. He tries to navigate by sight, but finds himself walking in circles.
我能看清前方100多米的距离。
The fog creates illusions of buildings, stripping humans of their basic sense of direction. He realizes his enhanced vision is being deceived.
我收回之前的话，这片大雾比鬼打墙更可怕。
Deciding to ignore his eyes, he tells his companion to close their eyes and walk in a straight line, relying purely on instinct.
换你走前面，闭上眼睛，不要看任何东西，全凭直觉走直线。
Finally, a real silhouette emerges from the mist. He carries his companion toward the structure, but is it a sanctuary or another trap?
又是海市蜃楼。
Will they find safety in this mysterious building, or is something even worse waiting for them inside the fog?